think we're at a count of 26 hours of no sleep.
We just found out that we have to board in about 5 minutes and our gate has changed. And apparently, it's on the other side of the airport. I have to be completely honest, after not being in front of the camera for 2 weeks, it feels kind of weird doing this, especially at 1:30 in the morning after no sleep. There is a very specific reason for us being up at this time though. Today we are getting a very early flight from Mexico City to Medellin in Colombia. We've been in this apartment for 2 weeks now, and you'd think that during that time we would have plenty of opportunities to get all packed and ready to go. Oh, how wrong you'd be. All of our stuff is absolutely everywhere, and we've got just under an hour until we need to leave, so we need to pack. Why have we collected so much sauce?
Like Dale says, we've had no sleep. We did try and take a nap earlier, but neither of us could actually get to sleep. So that means we've been up since 8 o'clock yesterday morning, which is a total of 9, 10, 11, 18 hours with no sleep and no chance of getting any sleep anytime soon. So that's why it's taken us a little bit longer than normal to pack, but thankfully we are packed now and all we need to do is call an Uber. There's a whole list of things that I really should have done yesterday, but haven't actually got around to doing yet, such as checking for our flight, seeing we need to print our boarding passes, and actually figure out how we're going to get to our apartment in Medellin from the airport. So I'm trying to figure all of that out now.
As you may have come to realise if you've watched this channel for a little while now, we're not always the most prepared people in the world. I'm starting to think that going out in a shorts and t-shirts in a thunderstorm was a really bad choice of outfit for today. Ah.
The bags wouldn't fit in the boot. Hola.
So after making it to the airport in pretty quick time, it turns out we actually got dropped off in the domestic departures. So obviously, as we're going to Colombia, we need to get to the internationals.
This is a first. I thought I'd already checked in online, but it turns out that I need to scan a QR code to check in at the airport.
I'll be completely honest, squatting in front of the check-in desk, filling out our visa to enter Colombia at 4 AM is not how I expected to spend my morning.
We don't technically need a visa being from the UK, but we do have to fill in lots of information because of COVID. It's a pretty standard procedure now.
Gracias.
If you see me switching jumpers constantly throughout this video, it's just because I get cold and I like to layer. Thanks for the hoodie, Dale.
So check-in's all done. Now we just need to go through security, so we'll see you guys in a minute. What are you doing to your bag?
I'm trying to get my laptop back in. I always have to take it out to go through security, and it does not slide back in easily. I'm allowed to take my mask off because I'm drinking a coffee. So those of you who have been watching our channel for a while might wonder why we've suddenly scrapped all of our plans and are now heading to Colombia. If you remember, we said we were going to travel by land through all of the countries in Central America, but that's clearly not happening. The reason for this is because as British citizens, we get 90 days to travel through about 2/3 of the countries in Central America, starting from the day we first entered the first one. So we entered Guatemala about 2 months ago, which doesn't actually give us very long to travel through the rest of Central America, considering we've only actually been to Belize, which isn't even in the agreement. This means that unfortunately we've had to leave our Central America adventure for now, until we can re-enter under a brand new 90-day scheme. Why did we decide to go to Colombia instead? Well, simply because neither of us have ever been to South America, and because the flights were really cheap. Saludos to that. Wait, saludos means greetings, right? What's cheers in? See, we've been in Mexico and we've been trying to learn Spanish every single morning, but I'm still not very good at it.
Salud.
Salud.
So we're at a little bit of panic stations. What we normally try to do is wait until we're one of the last people to get on the plane, just because we can't be bothered to stand up in the queue for ages. And now we've just found out that we have to board in about 5 minutes, and our gate has changed. And apparently it's on the other side of the airport.
Boarding started 20 minutes ago. I don't think we have very long.
Go! This is even more difficult running backwards.
How are you quicker than me? You're going backwards. Made it.
Can you tell that we don't go running very often?
I used to run. Not anymore. I'm so unfit. Help me up, please. Ow!
Oh God, this is not going well.
Despite the fact that that was a 4.5-hour flight, I have not slept at all. Dale was out pretty much from the moment we took off. Actually, I'm sure that he missed takeoff and landing. But now that we're here, I can't get tired because we still have a lot to do. And I think we're at a count of 26 hours of no sleep, or at least I am.
I basically fell asleep in Mexico and woke up in Colombia.
Happy country 16!
Woo! That was really hard to high five from this angle.
We may have got through security, but there's still 3 things we need to do before we leave the airport. 1, get cash. 2, get a SIM card so we can use the internet. And 3, figure out how to get the bus from the airport to Medellin, because it's about half an hour away. So for some reason, Dale's bank card, which is Monzo, is not letting him withdraw money in Colombia. We're not quite sure why, because Monzo usually work all over the world. I also can't get any money out because I lost my bank card in Mexico City, so we're down to 1 bank card between us.
And we have some money. It took a little while, but eventually we've managed to get the issue sorted. So that's 1 of 3 things done. Now we've got the other 2 to do. So we've got a new SIM card, which was substantially easier than getting cash out, and now all we've got to do is get a bus into Medellin. So there's not actually any seats left on this bus before it leaves, so we're just kind of sat in this general area with the driver.
Off one bus and onto another, if we can fit. It was very hot on that bus, and thankfully we are now at the final leg of our journey. We're only a 15-minute walk away from our new apartment. And I can smell food. I'm so hungry. Should we find a restaurant? After we've checked in, yeah?
In case you hadn't figured out, me nodding the camera like this just means yes.
We are finally checked into our apartment, and we're really excited to explore Colombia. But we have now been up for a total of 31 hours now. I should really do the maths before I start doing these bits of camera.
That really hurt.
I think Dale's sleeping on the sofa. We have 2 bedrooms to choose from.
See you soon.
Oh, the pillow fell down. Oh, this bag is like a TARDIS.
Which basically means that it's smaller on the outside, which I know me saying that will annoy any Doctor Who fans watching.